Alright guys, so we have some crazy news to share on Fernbus Simulator for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S and X, and I kind of want to just dive right into it, so pardon me for not having the normal intro that we do. There's a lot to cover. So, for those of you who may not know, Fernbus is ported over to console from the PC. So, TML, they created the game. It was their game. They developed the game on the PC side. Aerosoft publishes it. At some point in time, Aerosoft decided to be a good idea to put Tourist Bus and Fernbus Simulator on the new consoles, and they took it. Now, whether TML sold them the rights to the game for console, or they gave it to them because they're their publisher, or because they're the publisher, they just took it. I don't know how that works, but basically what they did was they took their game, they took all their source code, and they sent it to a third-party developer, which is Zero Games, and Zero Games took it, and they ported it over to the Xbox and the PS5. Now, Zero Games is they're a developer who makes mobile games. So basically, they make phone games. Aerosoft, they thought so little of console players that they couldn't even get a developer that actually, makes games for console. They got a developer that makes games for phones. And to be fair, because I know that now, I think Zero didn't do too bad. And looking at the game, it does remind me of several phone games that I play that are driving simulators. The issues with the AI, very similar. A lot of the same graphical glitches you see in phone games. But on a phone game, it's acceptable. It's a phone. It's not acceptable on a PS5 or an Xbox Series S or X. So, now that we got that out of the way, let's get into the news. I did a live stream the other day, and a viewer hopped into my chat, and they said that they reached out to Zero Games, and they asked them, what was the deal, and they have screenshots of all of this. Now, I can't put it up in the video. I'm sorry. I will have a link to my Discord below. You can hop in there, ask me. You can find it. It's right in the main room. If not, you could just ask me, and I'll show you guys. Be happy to show you guys that. So basically, he says, "Hi there. Are you still in charge of development of Fernbus Coach Simulator and Tourist Bus Simulator on console?" And Zero Games replies, "We are no longer in charge of those games, and we are not responsible of latest patches and improvements as our contract expired a long time ago. You can directly contact Aerosoft or TML Studios if there's any trouble related to the game. Good luck, Zero Games team." Very interesting. So basically, they get hired to port this game. So they're under contract. Now, this kind of falls in line with certain things I've heard about Aerosoft, that they will hire a developer to port a game, and they are only willing to pay for so many updates and patches before they just let the contract run out and the game dies. These are things that I've heard. I like to try to bring facts to you guys. That's why with this, when this person was in my chat, I asked them, I said, do you have screenshots of this conversation? And they said, I do. So I said, well, send them to me in my Discord, and they're also in the TML official Discord as well. So going along that conversation, the person replied, "Okay, thanks for the fast reply. Any idea on who's in charge for the console port of Fernbus and Tourist Bus now?" Zero Games replied back, "I guess it's back to TML and Aerosoft themselves. We did original ports using PC version and material from TML, but we haven't been on projects since then, so we think they are in charge again of this. Sorry we don't have much more information about this." And then they replied back, "No problem, thanks for the updates." To me, Zero Games seems like a pretty cool studio. It doesn't seem like it's a procedurally generated response. I mean, they literally addressed everything he was asking about. Now, again, with it being back to TML, that's simply speculation on their part. There's no confirmation of that. I do know that TML, they do have a PS5 dev kit now, which they didn't have before because they just released their game, what is it called? Dead Man's Diary, I think. They just released that on PS5, and I don't believe it's a port. I believe TML did it, and I do believe that prior to that, TML didn't have a PS5 dev kit. And I also heard a rumor that the game TML is, they have right now in early access on PC, the bus. When it comes time to bring it to console, there's a rumor that says TML would like to do that themselves. They would like to be in charge of porting the game over to console themselves. So if this is true, and if this game did go back into TML's hands, that could confirm that rumor, because this would be a good chance for them to kind of try their hand at it. You know what I mean? See what it's like. See if they could get this fixed. See what they could do with it. Now, again in the Discord, someone, I don't know if this is the same person or a different person, but they actually reached out to Aerosoft, and they only screenshot the reply from Aerosoft, and the reply says, "Thank you for your message. No worries, there will definitely be more patches and new content for Fernbus Simulator on console in 2024. Unfortunately, I'm not allowed to give you more details yet. As soon as we can communicate some news, you'll be able to read them on our social media channels. Best regards, Dana." So I do believe Dana is their social media manager now, which I don't feel Aerosoft had before. It was just all Fabian. So this is very interesting. Now, the way I see it, this can go one of three ways. The game could go back to TML, and TML could work on the game, which TML works very slowly. I guess they're a very small developer. Look at the bus. The bus has been in early access for years now. They're very slow. So they're still working on Fernbus and Tourist Bus and the bus on PC. So if they take on the game for console, it's probably going to be very slow going. So that's one scenario. Another scenario is Aerosoft gets another third-party developer to come in and handle the porting to console. Very possible. And the third scenario is the game just gets abandoned. Now, I know Aerosoft, they kind of replied to him and said, no worries, blah, blah, blah. But again, with Aerosoft, man, I don't have that trust. I don't have that trust with Aerosoft. It's going to take, something for them to make me trust them. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But this is a very interesting development. Like I said, the fact that none of this is being mentioned anywhere, I kind of feel the smart thing to do on Aerosoft's side, especially if they're looking to, maybe make their reputation a little bit better, as they kind of hinted at when I spoke to them. I would say they should come out now on social media and say, look, we're no longer working with Zero Games for whatever reason, you know what I mean? But the game is going to continue. It's going to get patches. We can't talk about it right now, but as soon as we get information, we'll let you all know. I mean, these are things that we shouldn't have to message them to get. I feel like Aerosoft has to be one of the least transparent developers / publishers, whatever you want to call them, there is in gaming. You know what I mean? Like a simple post to all their social media saying, look, we haven't forgotten the game. For whatever reason, like I said, we're not working with Zero anymore. And as soon as we get information, we'll pass it on to you. But, fear not, the game isn't, we're not done with the game. It's going to continue. Something like that is really all you need to say. And it would make so many people happy. There would still be some people that wouldn't be happy about it, that they'd want more information. But, I feel generally just little things like that is all you need. It's just something to let us know that you didn't forget us, and that, something is going on in the background at least. But instead they don't do that. Instead, we have to reach out to them. We have to private message them and be like, hey, what's going on with your game? Why don't you tell anybody? So it is what it is. But, guys, this is just a perfect opportunity to open it up for discussion. What do you guys think? I would love to hear in the comments, do you think this is a good thing? Do you think TML is going to take up the reins, and they're going to try to fix the game, and they're going to be the developers of the game on console now? Do you think Aerosoft is going to get another third-party developer, or do you think Aerosoft in the long run is just going to kind of cut their losses and wash their hands of both Tourist Bus and Fernbus Simulator? I have no idea, but I'm going to be following it as close as possible. As soon as I get any information, I will pass it on to you guys, as soon as possible. And I am definitely going to get Fernbus Simulator and the bus for PC and put it on the channel. I'm very curious to know what TML as a developer is like, because I feel like on console we haven't really seen that. I mean, you can't really blame TML for this when they didn't put it on console. They're not the ones fixing the game. It is their game, so I do feel that they would be better equipped to fix things like the day-night transition on PS5 better than Zero, or basically any other, third-party developer could, because it's not their game. So I would love to see just the differences out, because Fernbus on PC gets mostly positive ratings. So I have to feel like it's a completely different game. Which, again, don't get me wrong, it's still a solid game on console. I still love the game on console. I still think it's a great game. I don't feel like if we had the same rating system, it would get mostly positive reviews on console, though. I just don't feel that way. So I can't wait to get the game on PC and check it out. I just need to wait to get some money to buy the game. And also, just be aware that on PC, it comes with Germany. That's it. It comes with Germany. It doesn't come with the Neoplan, Skyliner. It literally comes with Germany. I mean, you can get Usedom and a couple other places free. But, yeah, you have to buy every country separate. And, I mean, it's crazy. Like, I will say, we, on consoles, we kind of lucked out when the game came out that they gave it to us at the price they gave it to us with every country. Because I'm telling you, man, on the PC side, I think it's over $200 to buy all the DLCs. And basically, we have all the DLCs in the game that they have already, aside from the Handful DLC, which is new. And no, that's it, because we get Denmark as well. So yeah, it's like on PC, it's like over $200 some to buy all the DLCs in this game that we pretty much have on console. So, guys, that is the big news of the day. Again, that's going to affect Tourist Bus and Fernbus Simulator, because they were ported over by the same company. And again, it's a waiting game. That's always what it is when it comes to Aerosoft in these games. It's just a big waiting game, and it's just when they want to fill us in. So I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, feel free, guys, to have a discussion in the comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and we'll see you next time.